What's up, my people? Welcome to the Mind Pursuit podcast, where we take a deep dive to talk about mental health. We have been doing a series called Do It Scared series, and I have been having amazing guests. And today we have a force to reckon with. You will hear his story, and you'll be able to be challenged and be able to pick out the gems and do the work. So thank you so much. If you are not yet subscribed, feel free to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And if you've not yet visited Mint at Moa, it's a serene place. Please come, visit, enjoy yourself, enjoy the scenery, take the delicacy, and thank me later. I'm with Franco. We call him Franco of Cheza. But we're going to get to know more about Cheza and what it's all about. But for now, I would want you to introduce yourself and tell us more about yourself.
Oh, well, let me make myself comfortable.
Please,
at the Mint restaurant.
Yes.
It's a beautiful place. So I'm
thank
feeling
you.
humbled and
Yes.
blessed to be here today.
Yeah.
So my name is Franco.
Yes.
For that person who does not know me.
Yeah.
And Franco Odhiambo
Yes.
was born and raised and lived in this beautiful place that almost everyone knows.
UK.
Yes, UK. As you can tell from my accent.
Yes, you just landed.
Yeah, I've just landed from the UK. And when we say UK, it's United Kibera. If you know that place, let us know.
Yes.
That's the place I was born and raised in.
Yeah.
And really, Kibera, when people hear of it, or the rumors that people has of Kibera, it's very negative for the most part of it.
Yeah.
But really, it's a beautiful place. But people know us with poverty. People know us with like crime. People know us with things to do with teenage pregnancies and drugs there. And just like hopelessness.
Yes.
To mention.
And also talent. We know you for talent.
That's true. That's true. Some people you know who are very great out here, artists. Not only talents, of course, talents can be described in various ways.
Yes.
We have like very successful musicians out there. We have wonderful leaders out there who have come from Kibera. But the world is not telling enough about the success part of the talents that we have. I know. The world is just telling of the challenges that we have.
Yeah.
And you need to know about the talents that we have.
Yes.
Because we have amazing people. In Kibera, and I happen to be one of those.
Yes.
From Kibera, and Kibera has really helped to shape my life and who I am today. It's because of where I was born and where I was raised and how I've lived my life.
Yeah.
Because growing up as a young child, I was a very young, happy boy.
Yes.
Nikiwa mdogo zile times the nursery coming up.
Yeah.
I come from a family of 3 kids. So I have 2 sisters, older and younger.
Yes.
So I happen to be the middle child.
Oh.
Yes, and I have 2 parents, of course.
Yeah.
And when we were young, we were having fun, and you know, in Kibera kuna zile manyumba ziko karibu. So whenever you will be sleeping hungry, you can quickly ingia kwa nyumba jirani hapo alafu.
Na atakupatia food?
Lazima. Ile kidogo nakula, and that's the beauty of living as a community in the slum that people really don't know. There's no way you can sleep hungry and your jirani is cooking like beef or nyama or skuma. Ukisikia unaingia huko, your parent atakuwa hungry after that. Ulienda kula kwa jirani. But the thing is, nime-survive, nimekula that day. So the time you'll sleep hungry is the time your neighbor does not have and you don't have. And that's also something that's happening in Kibera anyways, nilikuwa sema nikiwa mdogo, life was fun.
Yes.
We were playing bladder and football and all those things. Until I got to my like adolescent area.
Yes.
Then at that point, things took a turn. Yeah. Because it was at this moment that I was kind of realizing the things that I love. Yeah. And I was playing football. I was a very good football player. I was playing number 7. Number moja na Cristiano.
Cristiano.
Tukiamua kutoka mbio kwa field. Noma.
Kaende sana.
Nieke kwa field sahi. And up to now, some people still think I'm a football player because of how I look, I think.
You look like
an
one
athlete.
Yeah.
In my next life, I'll be your Messi. I'll take Kenya to the
dream
biggest
is valid.
league. Yes. Hey, you're in next life. Anyway, so I was playing football, then also I was dancing.
Yes.
And between these two things, I loved both. But I was trying to figure out, okay, what really describes me?
Yeah.
And in what talent do I feel myself, my full self in?
Yeah.
And that happened to be dance. So when I was in my teenage, it's when I was discovering I love dance so much.
Oh, wow.
And through dance, I could be able to express myself.
Wow. And when did that happen?
So yeah, this is a funny story as well.
Paint a picture for us.
Yes. So there's this time, we are just walking on the road.
Yes.
Myself and a guy called Collins, a brother of mine. We've grown together with. Also, we work with him at Cheza. And we see people dancing on TV. Then I'm like, oh, these people are dancing so well. Then I go home, I try dancing. Guess what?
Yeah.
I figured out I was dancing better than them.
Eish.
I was like,
you're like how to.
I'm on TV. I'm not there. Then I started, that's how I was like, okay, let me try dancing.
Yeah.
Then from there, we were invited to a church. Then this church really helped us because they were providing that platform of the youth who are coming to have a platform to dance and have groups. Because it was also a way of bringing youths to the church.
Okay.
Because dance was one thing that youths and children loved. And that's how I encountered myself with dance. That's how dance found me.
Oh, wow.
And from the day one, started dancing, I was like, yes, this feeling is amazing. And through that, life has been happening. But now, I have a very wonderful dad, my father. But to some point, we didn't agree on some things.
Okay.
And the major thing we didn't agree on was dance. Because to him, dance was a point, a platform to get lost in the world. To him, dance was getting into drugs. To him, dance was connected with prostitution. To him, dance was connected to no future at all. So it didn't make sense to him. But to me, dance meant everything. Because through it, I was feeling myself. Through it, I was connecting with my fellow youth and building a community of myself. And because we didn't agree on that, he told me to stop dancing. I tried. Even at some point, I asked, okay, what is that medicine I could take so that I could just stop dancing? Because I'm really trying, but it's not working. Because also I wanted to make my dad happy. From a young age, I knew I want to, one way or another, be successful, not live the life that my parents are living in Kibera and misery and hopelessness.
And what made you have that ambition of being successful? Had you seen it with someone? Like what was that? Where did that drive come from?
There's this guy called Obama. I don't know if you know Obama. He was one time a president of the United States of America.
The Obama.
You know that guy?
Yeah, of course.
So I came to know his, Kogelo.
Yes.
I came to know his story and where he comes from and all that. Then I was like, this is very interesting. And for one way or another, I could see myself in that story, or I could see that story as my story. I don't know why. Now I call it purpose calling you. So I felt that from a young age. So I think it was a way of also God putting me into place with my purpose. And even my aunties and all those people were calling me young Obama, because also when I was young, I used to wear my shirts and kunja them or fold them, just like Obama used to do.
And you hadn't like seen him and how he used to kunja his shirt?
I'd seen him, but not how he used to kunja his shirt. And I didn't know he was like that big of a leader. I was just admiring like, oh, this was a guy who has like some roots in Kenya and now is like in the US and doing this thing. And he wasn't a president, by the way. But yeah, there was that connection in one way or another. We don't look alike anyway. Of course, you can tell. You can look at Obama and look at myself. But character-wise,
you share this.
I believe. Yes,
you can.
yes, exactly. Yes, I can. So my dad really didn't believe in dance, so he chased me away from home at some point. Because he was like, if you are going to continue dancing, then there's no way you live in my house, because I don't resonate with it. So you go figure out your life.
So let me take you back a bit. You said you struggled to not dance.
Yeah.
Because of what your dad had told you.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was like my dad is saying this, all these things negative about dance. And on my side, I see all these positive things about dance. And just to be fair, also what he was saying, some of them were true. There were some dancers who were really getting into drugs. That one was there.
Yeah.
There were some dancers who were into prostitution. That one was there.
Yeah.
But the lens as where I was looking at it was very different from where he was looking at it. And that's what we call vision.
Yes.
Probably I had the vision that he was not seeing, and so many people up to this point are not seeing that vision. And that's also a blessing because nobody was understanding. So because he was not understanding, it was like, get out of here, please.
Yeah.
So yeah, one time my mom calls me and she's like, don't come to the house because your dad is very mad, and he's that guy who's is a short-tempered person, and whenever he's having his anger issues, he can do anything. So my mom was like, don't come back. So I went back the next day, then I found everything was outside. My bed was broken, and traditionally there are those things of, if your parent or your dad breaks your bed, you're not allowed to sleep there because it's kind of like a curse. Personally, I don't believe in them that much, but they believe in it. So my mom was like, yeah, you go figure out. And that's how I left home. And I was 13 years of age.
Wow, what did that do for you? I can imagine.
It broke me. Up to this date, it's one of those things that I'm like, I understand your point of view and where you're coming from, but you could have done better. And now you're okay with my dad.
Yeah, yeah.
But I really felt that thing of, I don't have a sense of belonging. And it's like,
rejection.
Of all the people, you are your dad, my dad doing this. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
So it broke me, but also it was a blessing because now it opened the doors to being an adult at that age.
Yeah.
And just finishing your primary, you're supposed to be going to high school, and you're supposed to figure out life.
Yeah. So let me just interject a bit because these are gems. And maybe you're speaking right now and there's a young person who's really struggling, has seen the vision, but the parent is still adamant and is like, do you feel like at times parents can be wrong? With age and experience.
Yeah.
And this has reminded me about something. I went for an activity some time back at the UN.
Yeah.
And I remember the Honorable Raila Odinga was the one addressing us. We were full of young people, young leaders. And one thing, he asked us a question.
Yeah.
What do you think is the difference between an old person and a young person? And we were like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
So we started giving all different analogies, of course, overthinking. And, you know, it's a room full of young people, young, smart people, you know, intelligent people.
Yeah.
So they were giving all sorts of analogies. We were all giving. But then, you know, his answer was the difference between an old person and a young person is an old person has experience, has been a young person. The Honorable Raila being himself. The old person has been a young person before, but this young person has never been old, so does not carry a lot of wisdom.
So there's a lot of things that you don't
know. There's a lot.
I get that point. I get that point.
So I'm like, do you think parents can be wrong in a way?
To some level, I'll say parents are right up to 75-80%.
Okay.
Because they have experience. Let's give it that to the parents.
Yes.
For another point, and to leave the other 15% aside, is everyone could be wrong. No matter how old you are. No matter the power that you have. And that's why we are also having issues with leadership. So you can tell, anyone could be wrong.
Anyone could be wrong.
So even you as a parent.
And you could be confident in that wrong.
Yes. Thinking, having the ego of experience of, you know, I know more than you. So there's nothing you can tell me. What people forget, and sometimes also as parents forget, is there's so much blessings into young children. And even when God was saying, or Jesus saying, let the children come to me, because children have that special thing.
Absolutely.
And sometimes when you tap into that, you could see their vision. And that could even change your life yourself. So when you block that, you block so many things. How I'll put it is, as a parent, you are never 100% right.
Absolutely.
What you are right on, what you are 100% on is your intentions. For your child. What the other part that needs to connect with the intention is the actions. And that's where the problem is. You might think this is the right way, but definitely it's going a wrong way. And before you know, it's going the opposite side with your intentions. Then before you know it, you broke your child's spirit, you've broken your self spirit, and there is no building of each other in the process. So as a parent, I'll say, you're never 100% right. So also reflect on that. And that's why there are things like counseling, therapy for parents. If you have like a group, you can consult. And that's also something we tell now children is, your parents have good intentions for you. So sometimes as also you express yourself, come from that point of view of, they have good intentions. So it's just a matter of you getting into one level and understanding each other. And also for them to understand your vision on how you're viewing it. But you can only have peace amongst yourselves or agree amongst yourself when you're having one understanding where I care about you. And me as a child, I also care about you. And that way now we can think together. So parents are never 100% correct.
So let's have room to learn. And thank you for bringing that out, because there are parents who listen to this channel. So as a parent, give that, extend grace to your child. Get to know where is your child coming from. Because most often than not, no one knows everything. And everyone knows something. So even your child, as young as they are, they know something. So back to you.
And my story could tell you, because now my dad is very proud of what I'm doing with my life, and he didn't see it, but I was seeing it. So that brings us to that point where on this one, my dad wasn't right.
That's true.
So if I decided to go the way he wanted, the things we're doing now won't be there. So
ideas.
You can see, ideas that we're doing now and empowering the other children and the youth won't be there right now. So it took myself to have that confidence and just going against all the odds and going for it. And now we're here in one way or another. Anyways, then
at 13.
Oh my. So now you are here, you need to figure out how to eat, how to pay your rent, how to clothe yourself, all those things. Then before you know, because I'm going through like, I want a sense of belonging. I want that love. No one else is giving it out. So who's giving it is the gangs there. And so before you know, you're in a gang. I was trying my best to maintain my discipline. But you can do so much with all these challenges. Then in the process also lost close friends of mine because of crime and theft. And when that happened is when I was like, what do I want to do with my life? Where do I want my life to end? What visions do I have for myself? Because growing up, I wanted to be a pilot. Being up there
in the air. What inspired that?
So you know, Kibera is close to Wilson Airport.
Oh yeah, it is.
So every time you see that, and you look up, you see the Ndege passing over there. I was like, one day I want to get inside that thing. And not only to be inside, to be the one moving it around. So I have that vision. Of course, as you can tell. I'm not a pilot now.
But you're flying to different countries, you know?
Or piloting Chazache.
You're piloting Chazache.
Yes, so that's good. I asked myself, what do I want to do with my life? Because at that time also, remember, I'm just from home. So my dad or family stopped paying school fees or even caring about it. So the only thing I had was dance. Because also my extended family did not want to see me, did not want to hear from me, just because my dad told them I'm a very bad child. I'm not listening. Sisters? My sisters are there, but there's nothing they can do. My mom was supporting, but there's nothing she can do. And this became even a worse situation where they broke up with my dad because of the same scenario.
Okay.
Then for a long time, I blamed myself for that. Anyways, then I had only dance. Then I decided to dive deep into dance.
Wow.
And when that happened, we formed a community, myself and Collins. Through that, I got a scholarship to go back to school. And I went to a very wonderful school, which was an international school now. And I was learning with these wonderful people from different backgrounds. Some of them coming in driving cars. And I'm here walking from Kibera to Westlands. Oh my goodness. Unafika class, you're smelling sweat all over. And our first lesson was mathematics. So I did very bad in mathematics. Because of that. Because you'll get to school, then it's like, how is everyone looking at me and they're judging me? And so dance did a lot for me when I was also young.
So how are you coping? Would you say you are coping through dance?
Yes.
With the stressors, the trauma?
Yes. Because when I was dancing, everything else in life stopped. And the only thing I was having was that fun time, connecting time with myself. Then after that, I was feeling hope. Because I was like, if I felt that way today, I'll do it again tomorrow. So I had something to live for. And dance gave me that, where even if everything else is not working, I'll wake up tomorrow and go dance. I'll wake up tomorrow and go see my crew. I'll wake up tomorrow and go see my friends, and together we'll dance. And that gave me hope. At that time, to move on.
To move on. Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
Were you talking it out with anyone? The struggles?
No.
So it was just dance. Like it gives you an inner drive to be able to push on. You talk about your scholarship, even as we are coming to the tail end of this episode. So tell us about, how did you bump into that scholarship to go back to school?
Yes. So there's we were dancing, and also we were dancing on a Thursday. There is usually Junction Mall, if you know of it. Junction, they have like Masai Market and that thing. So we go to this Masai Market and we dance, and a guy sees me dancing, and then it's like, you're very young. Do you go to school? And it's like, no, I don't go to school. Then I tell him the whole story. Then it happened, this person knows of the church that I was also going to. Then connecting one door to another. After like 2 weeks, this person calls, and it's like also through the church. It's like, we have a scholarship for you. And that's how I got like my scholarship to go back to school. But the avenue was that dance, because it made me to be seen. And that's why I also love dance. Because through it, I felt I was seen, and like at that time you could see I was seen, that I was not going to school, and help came through. And that's how I got back to school and went up to A levels to do that. But my mathematics was very bad. But now I'm doing well with money and
money
accounts.
matters.
But back then it was very bad.
We'll come to that. Thank you so much for sharing about that.
You're welcome.
You've had about, for sure, we are a sum total of our childhood experience. And as we continue with this journey, you will begin to see how that contributes to him and what he does. You've heard us talk about Cheza, and you will come to hear about it and what it's all about, and why I'll back it up with, we are a sum total of our childhood experiences. So thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you've been able to learn. And I hope you'll be able to, it doesn't matter where you're coming from, you can still make it in this life. So choose to make it. See you on the next one. Bye.